Hola, hola. Welcome all to the next episode of the Amiga Mia Talk Show as we cover everything to do with Latin and Hispanic media across Australia and New Zealand. And now we're going to be dabbling into the film space. You might have seen a post that I have about the amazing film by Mark Wahlberg. It is a project by Amazon Prime and also supported by Screen Queensland. And why is that important? Because we actually have two of the actors who are in the film here with us today. And you might have seen circulating around the media or social media landscape these crazy photos and these crazy videos of these two gentlemen kidnapping Mark Wahlberg. So apart from obviously wanting to know more about these actors, as we continue to grow a beautiful profile of Latin and Brazilian actors in Australia, we've already interviewed Paula Garcia, we've already interviewed Laura Vasquez from Home and Away and a couple of other Australian actors, but now it's so incredible to have these two who are part of such a high-profile feature film starring not only Mark Wahlberg, but also starring Benjamin Bratt, which we know we have a lot of fans here who love that film. So first of all, thank you so much both for joining and having this conversation with us today.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for having us.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
I guess I'll start with you. Will, talk to me a little bit about who you are, a bit about your background and your role in the film. We know that you come from a Brazilian background, and one of the hugest diasporas in Australia right now is the Brazilian diaspora. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Will Santana. I'm from São Paulo, Brazil. I've been in Australia over 15 years now, and I used to work as actor since 2000, so it's 26 years on the road. And I came to Australia. I came to Australia was a little bit struggling to get into the filming field because of the strong accent, and also because the English was not too improved. And as we always say, we always need to be working and preparing ourselves to be ready when the opportunity come up. And even if you have the strong accent, as I still have, and I always will have, always will be, you need to be prepared, because I think we just got this opportunity because our accent, our background, and it's very important to be unique. Not just this opportunity, other ones that came up, people in the film industry looking for Latinos, Brazilian, Spanish. They really want someone like with those characteristics and this accent, and that makes our life easier. Instead, they asking, "Oh, can you do an English or American accent?" Here in Australia, since 2018, I started working as actor and modeling, and I have been in a few mini series called The 12 on Foxtel. On 10, the other guy season 2 with Matt O'Connor, and a few ads and modeling shoots and a little bit of everything. And for sure, this working with Mark Wahlberg, Paul Walter, Peter Farrell, Blanco Medina, working with those guys is incredible for me. It's the best work ever, for sure.
Thank you so much for that intro, and it's beautiful to see. Honestly, I dedicate my life to really understanding and sharing stories about the Latin and Brazilian community here in Australia for many years now, and so to see both of you in this position is very inspiring. And I love that you can embrace your authentic self and your authentic accent as part of that process. And William, tell us a little bit about you. I guess, a bit about your background and a little bit about, your path to acting and all that sort of stuff.
Yes, was from Caracas, Venezuela. Specifically, an area it's called San Juan, and came to Australia in 2014. Came to study and start to develop my career in fitness. Obviously, a bunch of jobs before that, cleaning dishes, doing all the stuff that all South Americans have to go through when you are in that student visa path, and get into bodybuilding and fitness, and building my physique for 10 years. And previously, back in Venezuela, I was studying languages. So I studied Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, English, developed all that. And when this opportunity came, one of my best friends, Javo, the surgeon, is another artist here in Australia. He's a musician. He sent me this flyer that they were looking for a muscular brown guy with can speak Portuguese. And it's like, that's me. It gotta be me. It's like, okay, so got into that thing. I didn't know what it was at the beginning. Like I was like, we're looking for somebody to speak, can speak Portuguese and stand. So I sent my photos, started the process of the audition, and slowly become weird and weird because the lines were crazy. And I was like, what is this? What I'm applying for? But in my head was like, I have nothing to lose, so I'm just gonna go. Then when it becomes a little bit more serious, I get a phone call, and then I met Will, and I've been with Will since the day one. So he's been like the big brother because I have no experience in acting. I've been working in other stuff in my life, and I think that's what make my acting probably easier because I have to adapt to everything. But having Will always by my side helped me a lot because I was jumping to this new adventure. English is not my first language, so I feel more secure speaking in Portuguese. So I have him next to me in the audition, and everything was really easy for me with him. And once I would start to work together, like we're like brothers, and then just jumping into the role and see all these amazing actors next to me, it was like a dream because I have Mark Wahlberg on the side, I have Paul on the other side, I have Peter Farrelly directing over there. I have Matus next to me. I have another Venezuelan fellow, like my big brother, the Caribbean tour, Christian next to me as well. So like made me feel like, okay, this is really challenged, but I feel home as well because I have Will that I've been working like from the beginning with him. I have Christian on the other side who's Venezuelan, so I have somebody that I can speak if I get nervous, and I have the chance to create a big bond with Matus. So everybody was helping me. It was like really easy. It's like going to play football with all the starts. The only thing that you have to do is pass the ball. So it was really easy
I
being
love
there.
that. I love that. And like, so I guess for those who don't know, what were your roles? Like, what was your character? What was the character that you both had to portray in the film?
We are the henchmen.
Well,
We
yes.
are like a gang working together, working for a big boss that tell us what to do, and we just get the job done.
Wow, so you had to play like Brazilian like thugs, would you say, like gang members? What a
Yeah.
crazy, what a crazy role. Wow. Did you speak Portuguese in your role, or did
Just a little, not much. Most of the speaking was all in English. Yeah, they just want us to improve a little bit in Portuguese, but not much. Nah.
I guess we saw these images, and also on the trailer of you with these outfits. They were looked very intimidating. And so, what was one of the scenes you actually had to kidnap Mark Wahlberg? Is that true?
We just there. We have to like do our thing. Like Mark has been a naughty boy, so we have to do our thing.
I love how you put it that way.
Yes, so we have to do our thing when we see him. And as you can see in the trailer, like we have to hit him. Well, I have to hit him.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess a lot of the conversation that's happening around the community is like, wow, it's so beautiful to see a Hollywood feature film being filmed in Queensland, number one. And number two, because there's such a big diaspora of Brazilians, of Latinos in Queensland, and that the film actually featured many extras who were actually Brazilian themselves, who were actually Latino themselves. Were you able to interact with any of those extras, or were those separate scenes?
Oh, I think more like
Uh,
there is like places we're all together, and it feels like it's one scene like I feel I was back in Rio because everybody was Brazilian but me. So it gives that vibe. I think that's is something that people will see it because give you that vibe. Like everybody was Brazilian or South American, and we just
Yeah, we had been
Just gonna
in
give you that
contact
vibe
with
you were home.
yeah, we have been in contact with some extras, but when you're shooting, you a part of you being concentrated on your scene, and you you have your own space. The actors, the feature actors
Mm.
have their own space, and the extras they just come when we are ready. So they get everything ready on the background, and then they call us to come. So our interaction with those extras is kind of minimal. It's not that much. I have we have done a lot of
Right.
scenes with a big crowd together, and a few of them you get to know because the community is kind of small, and you get to know a lot of people, not in the film industry only, but for the community, and yeah, so it's nice. You
Will was saying like we don't uh, interact that many with them, so like it's just probably on set that was happening. The thing is like for me, I was like 100% just focusing what I have to do. Like I
Yeah.
didn't want to drop the ball when it was my turn, so just focus there. But you could see like South Americans recognize South Americans, so I know when somebody is Latino. So I was like, I know that person is Latino. So if we have a break between like takes, I could just have a small talk conversation just to like to chill. Obviously, because you're so tense and like you're so into your character that like you just have a break, just relax, lose it up a little bit, talk with people that's around you.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I guess for you, like, what does it mean for you to like be part of this, Hollywood feature film, especially one of the first really big roles that you've landed?
Oh, my first
What does
one
it mean for you?
is everything. It's just like shows you like the when you're ready, like and the opportunity comes, like you just have to hit it. And like and that was my case because I didn't know that studying Portuguese is going to help me in Australia. I didn't know that building my physique to be a big guy for that particular role will be like so specific and so needed. So for me, it was really important. Like with my background, what I was saying at the beginning, just arriving to Australia, cleaning dishes, don't like being in a film will be like crazy to think. It's like but it just shows that us as a South America, we're ready for whatever, and like we are willing to work and we are ready to deliver when that is the time. So for me, it was really important, especially for my community, for Venezuelans. I mean,
Mm,
we obviously represent all the South American community, but especially for my country, for Venezuelans, for what we've been living in the last 25 years,
mm,
all the stress that my country has, my family, and then give them. I'm not saying that this is um, something that's going to change the situation in my country, but it's a small victory for them that they can say, oh, this one Venezuelan guy in that movie, well, two, me and Christian, and it's like two Venezuelan guys doing the job, working hard, and proving that we are capable. So I think for my country, and specifically for the area where I live, San Juan, and all the people that grow up with me, that I feel like so excited, so happy. So I think it's a happy moment. Will be a happy moment on the 15th of April. Everybody will be really happy to see us over there.
couldn't agree with you more. And actually, what you're saying makes so much sense because I recall when we published this post about this film, and there was so much support for not only for you, but to your point about being from Venezuela and this being such a small win, a small win, but still a win.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, that's beautiful to see. And I guess like was there anything like in this acting role that you found challenging or that maybe was a bit unexpected for you?
Look, everything was unexpected because I didn't know what to expect to be there.
Mhm.
So I just was trying to be ready, trying to be helpful, and try to understand my role in that universe, and just to because I'm not the star. Like the movie's not about me, so I'm just trying to help what I can bring to make this team win. So like I was just trying to do my part the best I could without interfere or anything or in learning. Like but just was a learning experience. It was amazing. So like every day that I was there, I just was like trying to stay focused and see how much knowledge can I grab from everything. And for me, it was amazing. So, like, if I tell you that something was a struggle, I don't want to sound cocky. I don't want to sound arrogant. Like, nothing felt like that. It's more was a learning experience, and be willing to absorb that knowledge and use it straight away, because it's not time for error. So if we're shooting, learning with everyone. Obviously, as I say before, I had Matus on my side, who's a really amazing actor and he's really experienced. And then I have Will on the other side. So wherever I was seeing, I just trying to match their energy. They were whatever they were doing, just trying to do it in my way and see how what I can bring. So obviously there is some stuff that you learning in the process, and we have people working with us for like if the way we have to speak. So
Right.
obviously I have a really strong accent in English, but that wasn't a problem. Sometimes when you have to like change from English to Portuguese, you make some mistakes, and then I have Will. I have obviously as well two linguists working with us, Hugo and Elena. They were amazing. Helen,
Wait, you had people who did like trained you on linguistics as well on the film.
yeah,
Wow, okay. Well, see, this is for someone who doesn't like I've never been in this position. That's really interesting because you sort of think as an actor, you just go on and you just perform and that's it.
yeah, you actually do. But for example, like I don't know, there's some expressions that I might know in Spanish, but doesn't make any sense in Portuguese or don't make sense in English. So you have people around working with you. So
Yeah.
it's a bunch of people working with you just to try to make the best possible. So I think in my case, everything was just like um, a easy experience. Like nothing went like crazy. Just everything was just coming really, really natural.
And Will, what does it mean for you to be part of this film?
Not only represent, being an Australian actor, but also being a Brazilian actor.
Well, that means a lot, a lot. It's hard for you to get a role like that, a speaking role, even in Brazil. Can you imagine in Australia in a Hollywood movie? And I'm very happy that the opportunity came. I was ready, and also I'm very inspired by the Brazilian actors, Wagner Moura, Fernanda Montenegro, that also they won like Golden Globe. They won many things those last few years, and people have seen the Latinos, the Brazilian actors with other eyes. They are appreciating the art more and more. And I received a lot of messages from Brazilian actors and non-actors saying that they are really happy for me. There is different levels of visibility, obviously, from what I say, Wagner Moura, Fernando Montenegro, but it's closer for them to speak with me than big actors, and they say, "Real, you are an inspiration. You are an inspiration because we can see that it's it's true, it's real. We can achieve that." So for me, it's more than just a speaking role. It's become an inspiration from those that exact like say where I came from. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's good.
I wanted to get your thoughts, Will, on like the set, right? There's a lot of things in the media about, oh my God, they changed Brisbane to be a mini Brazil. As a Brazilian, what was your thoughts on that? Because I saw a comment or two comments saying that doesn't really look like Brazil. That looks nothing like Brazil. And apparently they got a word wrong, which we know happens in production. It happens all the time. But what did you think about the Brazilian set?
I love it. I really love it. I saw a lot of things that remind me where I came from. Yeah, the cars, the signage. Yeah, the cinema is that they can make anything, and believe me, it's gonna look like real Brazil for sure. Even not just the scenario, but the people, the atmosphere. Yeah, it's Brazil for sure.
And did you both have any interaction, like in terms of characters, with Benjamin Bratt, or was it mostly with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, we have a like more probably backstage.
Mhm.
Like I can't say much, but like we have the chance to talk with him. Like obviously when I saw him, I was like, I can't believe that Benjamin's there. I'm talking with Benjamin Bratt, and just a really humble person, really down to earth, amazing. So as soon as I had the chance to like talk with him, I jump in Spanish straight away. So every time that I met up South America, try to speak in Spanish as soon as possible, just to like make that connection and like make them feel home as well. So we speak for a while, and amazing guy, and
Because
uh,
what was his role? I couldn't quite remember. I heard the name Senor Santos, is that right?
yeah.
And what was his role about? Like, what does he do?
I don't think I can say much because it's like it's not explicit in the trailer.
Hmm.
But he has an amazing role. He's unbelievable. I think
He's like an executive. So in one of the trailers I saw that they presented like they pitched to him, and he was supposed to be like maybe a Brazilian executive for the World
yeah,
Cup.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he's hilarious. It's like he's so talented. He's talented and skillful. Like you can see here like different charts, like chipping stuff that he's doing. So like it's amazing.
Yeah, I really love that you said that he's humble because so many people have followed his journey for so many years. A lot of us saw him in Blood In, Blood Out, which is an iconic film from many
Yeah,
years ago, and then they sort of follow his career from that point.
yeah.
Um, so that's really nice to know. Was he there like all the days, or was it just one day?
Look, I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Hmm.
Because for example, like as Will was saying, like we work in specific areas.
Mhm.
So when you have to do your part, you do your part. So I wouldn't know how long he was there, but the small chance that we have to interact with him, that was with Will, really humble person.
We're talking about Benjamin Bratt. Will, what did you think about Benjamin Bratt and any interactions that you had with him?
It was nice. It was nice. We scene, but out of the scene in the background, like we could speak a lot. He's very humble guy, very nice, funny. We have a good time together on set. We seen he had more interaction with Mark and Paul,
Mhm.
and instead of that was more on the behind the scene. Yeah, he's very good guy, very nice, very
Yeah.
professional. Yeah.
Which is really nice to see with such a big Hollywood actor, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, we had a fun time because we were in a scene where we had a pool table. So when we are not shooting, we were playing a pool. Was nice. And then the other producers were seeing that, oh, the guys are playing that, so everybody wants to come along and play with us. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time.
He's really good playing pool, by the way. He's really good.
There was quite a few as well Brazilian actors there as well. Did you get to interact and share scenes with that person as well?
No, really, no, really. Our scenes was all like always me, William Medina, Matus, and Christian, and then Mark Wahlberg, Paul, and Sasha Baron. Yeah, and the Dominic. Yeah,
Wait, you got to film with Sacha Baron?
a little bit, a little
Yeah,
bit.
okay,
You
I
guys
mean,
have to watch. You guys
you
have
can't
to
give away
watch.
too much. I understand you can't give away too much. Yeah, I saw him. So I guess, when I was reviewing all the media assets, and then I saw a photo of him and I was like, wait, hold on. I didn't know he was in the movie.
He was like a cherry on the cake. Like was a special guest. Definitely, everyone was so. Sasha Baron is on set. Sasha Baron is here. Sasha Baron, like very nice guy. His presence on set is incredible. To be very honest, I learned a lot just watching him doing it. You see, oh my god. Also, Mark for me is a top level. When he's not working on set, not shooting, he's doing something else on his 100 companies or whatever. He's never stop. He's a machine.
You can tell that there's a level of professionalism that comes with acting, and also with both of you, right? You landed the roles for a reason. You bring professionalism as well as acting, as well as the right characteristics, to your point earlier. I have a question now, like how demanding is it for those who don't understand the acting world? How demanding is it being on set? Is it like you just go for 3 hours and then leave, or is it sort of long days? Do you have to get dressed up in costume? You don't have to get into the detail about the costume, but is it a long day or is it a short day? How does that all work?
For the movie balls up of long days because we had quite a few things to do every single day. But it depends. If you're gonna talk about in general of acting jobs, depend what you're gonna do. Depends the production. Depend how quick they are. Sometimes we finish a scene in the first shoot, and then okay, that's it, go home. But sometimes it's more than that. You doing right, but sometimes the sound is pick up something. Oh, let's redo again. Sometimes the lights. Oh, let's do it again. Depending how many people you have in scene. If sometimes it's five guys, sometimes four. All right, perfect. But can I redo it again? The fifth guy say, can I redo it again? So you need to have a little bit patience. Sometimes get long, sometimes very quick. Yeah. But the balls up, I think all those days was quite long.
Yeah. What about you, William? What was your experience like being on set? Like more of the behind the scenes preparation, costume change, production, all that sort of stuff.
I think for us there is not very too much time doing costume or makeup or whatever. But it's more like the sets were really, I would say, in my short experience, were long.
Mhm.
And especially just because what Will was saying, like if depending how many people was in the scene, you have to do retakes, just trying new ideas. So it feels long, probably at the very end of when we were shooting. But my first 3 weeks or 2 weeks, well, I feel like I could be there the whole day. So like I'm so excited. I'm learning so much, and I want to miss anything. I just want to keep going and going. So is I think once you are there in set and then just get ready,
Mm.
like you lose a notions of time. You don't know when this time or anything because you don't have watch. You are not looking your phone. You're just focused there. And if you have a break, you talk with the person that's next to you. You probably just have one snack and you just jump again. Probably because I was too excited. I wouldn't say the same as Will. I was just like I could be here the whole day. So depending of who you asking.
But that's very nice
I
to
could
see
be.
this friendship that's formed as well from both of you being actors in the film.
Oh, it's like it was so weird because everybody was asking us, just like, oh, so you've been working together for a while, it's like you friends before. And I was like, no, I just met him like in the audition and then we were working together. But as I
But
say,
fun. Like when I met Will was fun because I got the role, and then they asked me, Will, can you do the audition with the other four guys? And I say, yeah, why not? So I've been doing the audition for Will, for other three actors. And when I did with Will, was like the connection was very clearly. And then I say to them, this guy, I like this guy. Oh, Will is good. Yeah, then they ask, his Portuguese is good. I say, yeah, this Portuguese is awesome. Don't worry, this guy.
I think you will.
And if you don't say to me, oh, I started my career in acting, modeling just now, I would never say that because your audition was great. Trust me, it was awesome, and I just say, oh, I love this guy. If the movie is a comedy, he's doing the job. That's it.
And I guess what are you both going to be doing when the movie releases? So we know it released in April 15. We know a lot of people are going to be watching it. It's probably one of my most high shared articles that I have on my website, and it's creating a lot of circulation, not only for the Latin Australian community, but across the globe. It's got a huge film that's going to be broadcasted in many, many countries. How are you both going to be watching it? Where will you be? What will you be doing? Are you inviting friends and family?
In my case, I will be with my son and my partner. We keeping like nice and close, was watching the movie together. Maybe because I told her like I just gonna cry when I see myself over there. I will be so excited. I will be screaming. So and we're gonna be together as a family, just waiting to watch and then just enjoy because it's been 2 years waiting, so we want to see the final product there, and I want to see obviously myself, but I want to see the whole team there. I want to see my other friends there. I want to see how is everything going. So I can't wait. I'm really excited.
I love that. What about you, Will? What are you going to be doing when the movie is released?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm expecting this timer for a long time already, and then I definitely will be with my wife, my 1 week daughter. She just born,
Yeah,
Oh, congrats.
congratulations.
and
Forgot to say that.
How beautiful.
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah.
Water for
So
everyone. Water
definitely
for
I'll be with
everyone.
them. Water for everyone. We'll have that joke about that.
What was that joke about? Is that like something from being on set?
I don't remember. What's on set? What was it?
No, we were
I don't
in a
remember.
restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And then like, okay, let's order to drink something. Let's do cheers. It's like let's cheer up. Like we're finished or set. We're having a beautiful steak. And then like I don't drink alcohol, so I just have like one Coke and Will is like, no, we're gonna cheer with water. And it's like, what do you mean with water? And it's like, yes, just water. It's like if you go back home and you say water for everyone, everybody will kill you. You have to give alcohol or drink. So since then we say when we make it and we get rich, water for everyone.
Water for everyone here.
Water for everyone. My share.
Well, before we get to the last question, so the last question will be a message from you to the audience about the film. It could be about, your role in acting. Before we get to that question, my last question is there any funny stories from being on set? Maybe something that happened behind the scenes, maybe something that was a bit unexpected, or maybe something that we can expect in the movie. Is there any kind of those, weird, quirky stories you could share?
Well, there's not funny, but not common to happen. Like we were shooting, everyone has your in the set. We each um, actor has your own space to stay when we are not shooting. And Will, Matheus, Christian, and myself, we stay in a room downstairs. And Mark, Sasha, and Dominique stay in another rooms upstairs. And we made a few scenes and someone came to us and said, Will, you the Brazilian guy. I say, yeah. Sasha is calling you. I say, Sasha is calling me. Yeah, okay. And then we're walking towards Sasha's room, and then someone stopped us. Okay, where are you guys going? Oh, we're going to Sasha's room. Why? I don't know. He's calling. And then we go up one more step. Oh, guys, you cannot come here now. We are just organized the scene, and that's Sasha's room. Yeah. Sasha's calling Will. We pass for 3, 4 people stopping us, say, oh, no, not here, not here. And then, no, Sasha wants to talk to him. And I see, what? Sasha wants to talk to me. And then we got the room. He said, oh, hey, I want to learn samba. Can you teach me samba? I say, yeah, for sure. Why not? So I stay a little bit with him, just teaching him a little bit of samba. I said, oh gosh, thank you. So just that. All right.
Cool.
Oh my
So if
God.
he knows a little bit of samba,
That's
good
you.
or bad, it's part of that.
That's
I
on
love
you.
that. I imagine, like, as a Brazilian, do you get that all the time? People say, "Oh, can you teach me some samba?"
before, back in the days, yeah, no more, no more. A lot of people know samba now. It's more common.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess, yeah, William, like one thing you'd like to share with the audience of this film, with the audience of this episode, it could be about you and acting, it could be about your role in this film. What would you like that to be?
So I will say continue to develop any skill, and I will say stay humble, not in the way to think that you're less than anyone. Just like keep working and keep your head down, and when the moment gets there and you can show what you're capable of, I will say that's that. Is never stop learning, because I used to think that I was a lazy student, but I just learn in a different way. So just keep learning and keep develop skills that my day landing something. I'm not saying that I was dreaming about being an actor, because I never thought that I could do it, but once that I did it, it changed my life. It changed my purpose. Like I always been working with people, but now I can work with people in a different way. I can provide something that will entertain us. And I will say that the only thing that is stopping you to achieve what you want is yourself. Like it's just that, because I know that everything that I said I will do, I did it. And just be ready. Just be ready and be curious. Be curious, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be in the movie. Like, I would say, like, that's not for me. So I would say, let's try it and just give it a shot. The less, like, the worst thing can happen is I don't get it. But that changed my life. Like, not set in the fact that, like, oh, I'm now a star or anything, but that'll give me a different purpose, like in working something. So I'm trying to develop myself as an actor and keep working on that. And about the movie, I think everybody will love the movie. It's hilarious. I know that I laugh a lot during the sets, that I laugh a lot when I was watching what other actors were doing. And it's such a amazing team working together that I think everybody will enjoy it. This will be really, 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 really funny. Like, Paul is an amazing comedian, and I think everybody will love him. Is such a incredible guy. He's so talented and so skillful, and he's doing so many things in his life. And so he was a really big inspiration for me, because I thought I only have to do one thing in my life. But seeing him doing everything, and everything amazing, because don't be a ace of too many trades, because you won't achieve anything. Seeing Paul over there, Paul is just inspiring. Like, he can do everything. And so that will be my message to everyone.
That's really well said. And I also love that you earlier on that you gave thanks to Javo as
Yes.
well.
How about change my life? I tell to everyone, it's like, how about change my life? If it wasn't for him, nothing will happen.
Yeah, I remember that I met you guys together at one of the events, and you both spoke so highly of each other, which is really nice to see when it comes to, because you know what they say, it really depends on the people that you surround yourself with.
Yes.
So yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, Will, if you could just share a message to the audience for those who are listening, it could be about your role in the film. It could be in general about being an actor that landed an incredible role in his feature film. Or it could be about your experience in general as being a Brazilian Australian. What would that be?
Well, about the movie, for everyone watching, you won't regret. The movie is great, funny, uh, a lot of good jokes. It's gonna be amazing. And about myself, I would say, guys, just believe, trust your dream, go forward, do not quit. No one's gonna say to it, it's gonna be easy. Everything is hard, but worth it. So yeah, trust yourself and fight hustle for your dreams.
I love that. Thank you so much. Well, thank you both for joining us today to talk about this film. We're so excited to watch you and to see this come to life. We've seen so many different pieces coming together, and also to get an insight about behind the scenes with Benjamin, with Mark, with Sasha now, knowing that he knows a little bit of salsa. Not samba, sorry, samba. So thank you so much for your time. We're really looking forward to this. And yeah, we'll share as well, for those who are listening, I will share the details of Will and William as well in the show notes. So if you want to follow their journeys, follow them on Instagram, we can make sure that you can get access to that as well. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.